Expert University presents Entrepreneurs Online, a podcast for real talk about running a real business online. Here's your host, Chris Keefe.
Hello, everybody. That's me, Chris Keefe. Thanks for joining me. Got a fun episode today. I'm going to read a note, an email, and then a follow-up from me, from somebody that's been in our community of budding entrepreneurs, people that are building specifically Amazon businesses. This one comes from the Amazon wholesale course training. And some really big takeaways for me. I was super happy to have the conversation, and it's a conversation I've had enough times that I thought this is a perfect podcast episode, because I believe at the very core, so much of what holds us back is expressed quite effectively in this email. Names have been changed to protect the innocent, as they say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the name. We're going to call this person Mark. And Mark, air quotes, emailed me. And let me read that. Let me read my reply, and then we'll unpack it a little bit. So Mark messaged me at the end of last year looking for some help, someone that had been in our community for a number of years and doing very, very well, but now wants to do better, feels he's stuck, wants to go to the next level. And this is the reason I say I see this so often is either someone's successful in their career. Most of the people that I work with have had some level of success in their career, and they want something more, they want something new, they want something different. In this case, Mark has had a successful career and then launched a successful Amazon business. That thing is just absolutely crushing, but now wants more. That's a problem. So last year, I'll show you why it's a problem in a moment. Last year, the conversation was, Chris, I need your help. How do I get over where I am now to that next level? So had the conversation Q4 last year, and this is one from a few days ago, the reply to me. So Mark says, "Hi, Chris. Happy February already. Wow, what happened to January? I hope all is great with you wherever you are. Trust your holidays were lovely. You enjoyed your family and relaxed. I'm sending you a progress report since we had a great phone call in October about me adding some products and tripling my revenue in the next 24 months. And thank you again for that. I took great notes, have referenced them a few times, and will continue to. The progress, nada. It seems the holidays took over and the end of 2020 was a blur. January, no notable progress. I have to assume lifestyle inertia has a tighter grip on me than realized. I'm struggling with breaking out of my routines and into new territory. Here's what I did do. Explored some product launch services options because the old way of doing things were not going to work as well. Hired a new pay-per-click advertising manager. Had to. That took some time, but not a lot. I have record sales months that account for more time in my day than I actually presumed, but still I work only about 3 or 4 hours a day. I've been talking with prospective employees. One is coming in tomorrow after a couple of phone calls. She sounds ideal. The extra time I have daily, I haven't harnessed to move forward. But I know what I need to do. But still, why have I not attacked the new revenue, new product development? I don't know why I'm avoiding it. I do know I need to fix it pronto. I do expect a breakthrough in my performance like a light switch, and this week or next. Totally optimistic. I do see the errors of my ways, but it boils down to avoidance. We talked about that, and now I know I can solve it. So there it is. I've been reluctant to communicate for facing the unpleasant news delivery to you, and not being real about things is damaging. So on the flip side, I'm really excited about creating an unbelievable year. But right now I'm struggling. Hopefully the next update shows the reversal. Hopefully, poor choice of words. I'm certain the next update will show a nice reversal and great progress. Stay cool, my friend. Not too cool, Mark." Great email. Really exposes his feelings and emotions quite personally, and I respect Mark for doing that. But that is a sentiment I've heard so often. That is a sentiment that I faced personally back in 2012. I had been facing it for years, but in 2012, I had this this moment where I finally said, okay, I need to solve this. And I wanted to impart similar wisdom to Mark. I want to do the same thing with and for you. And this is my reply. And after my reply to him, we'll unpack a few things from his email again. But here's my reply the next day. Hi, Mark. Thank you for the follow-up. Never hesitate to reach out. Certainly don't beat yourself up because you feel like you're not achieving what you think you are supposed to achieve. First and foremost, take stock of what you have built. Your success is incredible, and that should be shouted from the mountaintops. Your posts are motivating. You seem to have things well in control, and that's great news. I think that this leads to the bigger issue, in my opinion. Take this opinion for as much as you paid for it in this email, but until you get your arms around your why, moving forward is going to be difficult. Typically, I see the find your why dialogue as hippy-trippy BS. The older I get, though, the more I work with high-performing individuals, I have come to realize that the why is the most important part. Take, for example, your last post. Now, I'll edit this because I don't want to give things away to know who Mark is, but suffice to say that this person is overachieving in their business. It took a few years to get there, but overachieving. Seems to have checked all the boxes and done all the things correctly and really doing it all right. And now just wants more. So I said that seems to have checked a lot of boxes in your head after I explained again those posts. Checked boxes in your head and on paper. Congratulations again, by the way. You set out to achieve something and you did. Now you're at a crossroads. Think about this new journey. You are ostensibly starting over. Yeah, it's something new. It's the same perilous road and the same failures are waiting for you, though. Sure, you know a lot of the pitfalls and can avoid many of them, but that knowledge is both a blessing and a curse. You know it isn't easy. You know it sucks, actually. You need to be bad at something again. You need to work hard. You need to take a few hits, spend a few dollars, risk losing something. That's hard to reconcile. This is where the why becomes critically important. In order for you to push past the hesitation, you need that specific reason or reasons to start taking risks again. You need the compelling reason to put up with all of the BS again. Your caveman brain is looking at the situation and saying, dude, you literally have everything you need in this cave right now. Why on earth do you want to go outside and risk getting eaten by a bear? We have all the food, the clothing, the warmth, and companionship that we need, potentially for the rest of our life. No joke. That's what our brain is thinking, and rightfully so. We are complex beings, but at the core, we're just creatures trying to make it until tomorrow. Of course, we are much more highly evolved than that, but when pressed into this fight or flight type of decision, and oddly, this is one, the primal part of our brain kicks in and takes over. Risk-taking is easy to overcome when we need something. If your life depended on creating a new product and generating dollars, you'd do that in a minute. But why can't we do that on demand? The deeper part of our mind fights it for these reasons. So we need to override these instincts. We need to create a concrete goal or purpose in order to allow ourselves to take those risks again. This matters because the interesting part in all of this is the bigger issue of more. I never, ever want to be accused of telling people to pump the brakes on their success. But this point does lead back to the why argument again. There's always more. There's always a car with more horsepower, a bigger boat, a bigger house, etc. So many people get stuck on that treadmill of that desire for more without understanding what that more is actually for. The conflict you are facing right now leads us back to that very issue, right? You think you're supposed to be doing more. From your email, quote, I don't know why I'm avoiding it. I do know I need to fix it pronto. Who determines that you need to fix it? Why do you need to fix anything? Again, I hear you. I know that you're capable of doing virtually anything that you set your mind to, but until you get your head around your true reasons why you should venture back out into the wild, outside of the cave, that frustration will build. That's a cycle you want to avoid as well. Getting mad at yourself and frustrated with your lack of success and adding to the downward pressure by thinking you're letting me down, that becomes a Sisyphean task. Just repeats itself, the rock up the hill, right? That feeling will never go away. If you have a nebulous goal of thinking you're supposed to be doing something more, maybe in the end, you're exactly where you want to be. Maybe you don't need to do more at all. Or maybe you want to 2x your business because you want to start a fund to help young kids learn about a skill. Maybe you want to take a tour around the world with somebody, and that'll require $100,000 in cash and the ability to take 6 months off. Maybe you want to scale the business that creates a family legacy, wealth for your kids and grandkids to enjoy. So take some time to gather yourself, enjoy your success, be damned proud of what you have achieved. Then take a hard look at what's next. Be brutally honest with yourself and find out what you want. Not what you should want, not what social media and television tells you that you should want. What does your heart tell you? Once you land on that answer and you are sure it is your truth, only then will you feel free to take the necessary steps. I hope that helps. I'm here for any help that you need. Talk soon, Chris. So there's a lot there, right? I see this so often. I see I want to do something different. I want to do something more. Hopefully, when you're hearing that, there's not the sense of, oh man, how can a dude that has all of that stuff, and I didn't go into the details, but has everything sort of figured out, you're only working 3 or 4 hours a day and all this awesome stuff is happening. What? Just kick back and relax. High-performing individuals don't think that way. If you're within earshot listening to this, you're probably a person that thinks in a similar sense. Entrepreneurs online, we're talking about business builders, we're talking about successful people. Clearly, you want something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. The why is imperative. Because when the pushers come to shove and you're up against it and you have to start making those decisions, we got to know why. I've talked about it a number of times. Mine was my time with my family, specifically time with my son, to watch him grow up. And I was at corporate gigs and I was flying around the country and I was spending time at board meetings. Someone else was dictating my time for me. I realized I'm done with that. That was my why. I wanted to be at every practice. I wanted to be at every birthday. I wanted to be at every game, soccer match. I wanted to see it all. I knew it was going to end in a pretty short period of time because we grow up and we become independent and our kids go do their thing. That was my why. That was it. That drove me to say, stop farting around with all the stuff you've been doing in the past and all this courses and BS and do it. Figure something out. So when the hard stuff came, when the decisions were there, when I was faced with those problems and adversity, it was easy. Well, I'm doing it because I want this. It's a very specific, tangible thing. I wanted this. I needed to make it work because I didn't want to be in some godforsaken plane somewhere, stuck at Baltimore airport, missing a connection flight. So, hey, dude, I can't come to your game because someone else told me I need to be somewhere for my job. That was it. That was my motivation. Need to find yours. So some takeaways from that email from Mark, really fascinating. So he had said, it seems the holidays took over and the end of 2020 was a blur. Life's feeling like a blur. It's moving really fast. January, no notable progress. I have to assume lifestyle inertia has a tighter grip on me than realized. The hardest part for me in that decision to leave my job was that I was leaving a job. I was leaving a really lucrative 6-figure job that I didn't have to work particularly hard at because I was really good at, and the road was laid out in front of me. I knew what my next role was going to be. I could have even taken another corporate gig for better income because I was up there, director of sales. I was soon to be tapped to be VP of sales. I could have done whatever the hell I wanted, but I was going to be following that same path. And life kind of becomes a blur. Lifestyle inertia and time. Brutal. Mark says, I'm struggling with breaking out of my routines and in new territory, right? Lifestyle creep, just what we're used to. I have record sales months that account for more time in my day, only working 3 or 4 hours a day. That's really good lifestyle. Why the hell would you screw with that? I've been talking with prospective employees, His emphasis, underlined, the extra time I have daily, I haven't harnessed to move forward. Okay, that's the why too. Figure out what's going on there. So there it is, been reluctant to communicate for facing the unpleasant news. Not being able to be real about this is damaging. So you've got a person that's super conflicted. Make the money, everything's going good, checking all the boxes, but I'm supposed to be doing more. So big takeaways here. For you listening, do you need more? If you do, fantastic. I don't begrudge anybody from doing that. Man, the world's big. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. A lot of things to see. Some of them require money. Starting a charitable foundation that needs to be funded all the time, love it. Do it. But you got to find that why. If it's that charitable foundation, there's your why. If it's to spend more time with your family, that's your why. Nail it down, write it down, be committed to it, and get that done. So I appreciate you, Mark, for being so honest with that email. And the hope with everybody hearing this is that you latch onto it, figure out why you're doing what you're doing. The how is not as bad nowadays because, man, the resources that are out there, that's the conflict I see with most people. The how, with all due respect, it's kind of not a dime a dozen, but it's out there. There's resources for days. You need to figure out why the hell you're doing that and put yourself through the obstacles, and why you want to creep away from the door of that cave just a little bit. You're comfortable, you're in a good spot, you got to figure out why. Lastly, find a community of people that get that. Find a mentor, pay for a mentor, pay for some coaching, pay for personal coaching. Have somebody help you do hard things. When you're around a community of people and you're accountable to somebody, that matters, because then you've got somebody to kind of lean on a little bit, ask questions and support you, but also the accountability part, knowing, I've got to perform here. Why is it that someone will pay a monthly gym membership and they'll have somebody help them with personal trainers? Forget about monthly gym membership. A few $100 a month for someone to say, check your form so you aren't hurting yourself and causing longer injuries. And someone there going, TikTok, I got to get to the gym because I know that dude or dudette is going to be standing there, tapping their finger on the squat rack saying, where are you? We do that in the gym all the time. We don't do it with the gym in our brain. Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that more often? So find somebody. Personally, after spending tens of thousands of dollars on masterminds, coaches, and mentors, I know the value of it. I know it helps get you to a different place. They also help you sort your why. They help you dig into the problems. They help you to dig into those obstacles and break through them. So hopefully that helps everybody. Enjoyed my time with you guys as always. We will catch you in the next one.